What's up, everybody? My name is Nick McFadden, and this is Games on a Budget, the show where I search far and wide to give you money-savvy gamers a good recommendation. Today we'll be reviewing the dystopian document thriller created by Luke Pope and published by 3909 Papers, Please. This game begins with your character winning a labor lottery to work as a border control agent of the authoritarian country Arstotzka. The government relocates you and your family nearby the border in a Class 8 dwelling, which is basically a rundown apartment. From here, your job is simple. Approve or deny people for entrance into your country. Though this may seem like a simple task, do not be fooled. It becomes much more complex as you play this game. This game does a great job of increasing difficulty over time in a way that makes it seem organic. For example, after your first day on the job, a terrorist attack will occur, which makes your job much more difficult as additional documents will now be required for entrance. Another example of an organic increase in difficulty is when you are asked to start examining work permits by your country's Department of Labor. This adds another document that you must screen for errors. As the number of documents you have to screen piles up over time, the likelihood of you wrongfully admitting someone into your country or wrongfully denying a person entrance increases. A lot of the time, the errors in paperwork are very easy to miss if you are not paying attention. I messed up a lot when I first started playing this game. I would often overlook discrepancies between the actual passport number and the passport number given on several entrance documents. Another thing that would always get me was the expiration dates on a lot of the paperwork. You are not doing all this hard work for nothing, however. You're granted income based on how many people you screen in a day. This income can go towards several things, including food, medicine, heat, and upgrades to your booth. If you mess up more than 3 times in a given day, your pay will start to take a hit. This creates a dilemma because you want to move fast so you can make money and keep you and your family alive, but you know if you mess up more than 3 times, your income will get hurt. This game relies on you becoming more efficient with every passing day and adapting to the curveballs it throws at you throughout the gameplay. Over time, you start to develop your own system and become more knowledgeable about what information would be legit and what information would be a dead giveaway that people are lying. This game does a great job of keeping you hooked. I cannot tell you how many times I would tell myself, just one more day and then I'm calling it quits, before proceeding to do 5 more in-game days. It also makes you care about your fake family. After another terrorist attack on our border, my workday was cut short and I didn't make enough money to buy medicine, and a lot of my family members ended up kicking the bucket that day. One of my favorite parts of the story mode in this game was a reoccurring character named Jory Kostova. This man kept trying to get into the border even though he never had the right paperwork. At one point, he even handmade a fake passport. Another interesting story beat was a secret insurgency that would often pass through your border. I won't spoil too much of that, but I will say it adds an interesting layer to this game that on its surface appears simple. I mainly played the story mode, but if you just want to kick back and play forever, there's an endless mode too. I did play a little bit of the endless mode, and I have to say, after a while, this game does get mind-numbing. Even though the situations are rarely the same, you can only accept and reject people so many times before it becomes boring. The graphics in this game are very simplistic, and so is the soundtrack. So if you're looking for a beautiful game with an amazing soundtrack, I wouldn't recommend this. When it comes down to it, this game is a perfect example of beauty and simplicity, and the story will more likely than not get you hooked for several hours. Right now on Steam, this game is $9.99, which is a bit pricey for what you get, so I'd wait for this to go on sale before you snatch it up. Do you have any cheap games for me to review? If so, tweet me at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag GoAb. Until next time, I'm Nick McFadden.